Right, this is powerful. Today we are playing some Roblox for the first time. This is one of my favorite Roblox games. Pretty fun. Wish I could add some stuff, but oh well. I heard they're making a second one. Well, yeah, I've been thinking of making more videos. It's just I just haven't really been thinking of what to do. Well, what to do first, you know. But I would say first we're gonna try to get our daily missions out. Then we're gonna start upgrading, like not upgrading, but like leveling up some guns. Like I was saying in a few videos ago, since I'm playing Roblox now, you won't see my PNG guy talking, but but you can actually see my my full character now. It's not what I fully look like because the game settings. I look kind of look a little chubby. I don't look like that though. All the little things right there, I just added them to look cool in this game. But that's another thing I like about this game. You can actually like customize your character a little bit. Okay. Another wave down. Let's get some upgrades. Jesus. It's loud. Ammo, why not? Okay. I would say I don't really have a problem with this game. The only problem I have is the points that we spent, you know, for like turrets and uh the machines, you know. It's just at the end of the day, I mean, if you get enough money or points, like you don't know what to do with. Like for example, you know, like um if you have like 10,000 already and just constantly have it, and you rarely spend like any. I mean, a few times you probably might go down, might get like, quick revive. That costs a little bit, but if you're constantly doing that, probably not best game. But but if you don't go down, like I was saying, I mean, you have those points, and those points are kind of just there. Can't really use them. Make sure you can open up your armory, do some turrets, but you're just gonna build up more points again. And it's a constant loop of just all that. But my question was, I wish there was a way to use more of your points. That'd be pretty neat. Oh yeah, I have a TikTok now. I don't have much videos on there, but I have one now. Like I was mentioning, see, I already have all my my perks down there. I mean, sure I don't have the upgrades yet, but you know, I could probably get the upgrades too and stop building up more points. No, even if I'm in a public server, I'm still having the same issue of just having so much points. Don't know what to do with. I mean, sometimes it's okay. I mean, sometimes, like I was mentioning, you might need quick revive or do the turret achievement, not achievement, the daily mission thing. Cool. Alright, red's done. Well, I do like the amount of guns in this game. I think it's pretty cool. So many guns that I didn't even know of. I mean, there's a few melee and customized melee. Oh, that's not even the skins too. I mean, there's also skins that we can add. Which is pretty neat. I mean, not all games have skins. I mean, nowadays, yeah, I guess so. They have skins. But some games don't have skins, I guess. At least for, like, modded stuff, I guess. Well, it's the games I play, like Left 4 Dead or whatever. Or Team Fortress. But anyway. My character right now is phase 2, I believe. Like I just got it not that long ago. Like probably a few weeks ago. And I'm already all the way to tier 8 right now. It's crazy. It's crazy how I managed to have all this unlocked already. And the funny part is I'm just about to unlock this one. I'm about to get out of tier 8 and go to tier 9. Which is pretty cool. Like I said, I kind of been a little grinding of this game. I mainly just been grinding some of the event weapons. Let's try to. I mean, you can't always get the event weapons. You have to buy them using gold or somehow unlock them. But we have a few to mess with today. Well, if you have any Roblox games you want me to play, let me know. I check it out and play it. But yeah, this is one of my favorite zombie games. My favorite Roblox game of all time has to be Guts and Black Powder for sure. Because you know I'm a big fan of the Napoleonic era and stuff. Damn, I look so chubby. It's really not my character. Like, this game just makes it look like I'm chubby. Like, they put you into a certain size, it seems, for some of your characters. Green is full. And our gun is maxed out. At least for right now. We now can use the different event gun that I just got. Should be this one. Yeah, I got most of them, pretty much. Yeah, most of them, like I was mentioning. Nice, we're now to tier 9. But yeah, I've been grinding this game for quite a long time, like 5-ish years now. I don't really use... I don't use like the game... Well, I did a game pass once. But I don't use like, hold on, what was it? It was the shop. See, I got a few of these, like, some XP. I mean, let's be real, I'm to a level now. I'm to the point where I'm like, yeah, I probably deserve it. But like, buying, what was it? It was, I don't remember. What was it? Anyway, it was like buying, was it here? Hold on, I'm curious now. You had to like buy something. I mean, yeah, you can buy that Game Pass. That levels you up a lot, but man. Yeah, you can... I don't remember, but I do believe there was a way to, like, make your character... like, pay for the... phases or whatever. I do believe. They should add a few more melees to the game. That would be pretty cool. A little bit more melees, maybe. Maybe like a saber. Ooh, that would be pretty cool. Hint, hint. I want a saber in this game. Some sabers and maybe what else could I add to this game? That'd be pretty cool. I mean, maps. I'm a fan of the maps. I'd say. I mean, some of them are okay. Some of them are just could be better, and some are pretty good. I mean, if I don't know if this guy makes his own stuff, but if he does, that's pretty cool. I mean, it takes a lot to like edit and make your own stuff, so especially alone. I'm actually thought of thinking of making a Roblox game one of these days. I'm not too sure when, not too sure if I am gonna make one, but maybe. I want it to be something cool. Like, I don't want to be something like just a basic game. Like, I want it to actually be something that, you know, you can have some things. You can actually, like, do stuff. Like, you can, like, fly around, use boats, cars, vehicles, you know, just all vehicles, pretty much. Plus, you can use, like, yeah, you can use weapons, I suppose. But also have it where it's, like, um... fair for everyone. Like, I want weapons, but I want it also to be fair for everyone. Wow, insta-kill for the last zombie. 360 no scope. Boom. First try. I also love the new update where it's every 10th round you can actually have a boss wave. It makes the game much easier to understand, like, the math, you know, from maybe like 7th round, was it? Well, I guess it seems we need more explosives, so we're gonna go explosive now. People like to just kill the boss. I like to actually build up some zombies here, and I like to just gun them down using whatever I need to do for my missions or whatever. Or seasonal missions, like I already did. I'm telling you, some of these missions are just, man, it just takes a while. Like, I know that it's not supposed to be done in one day, but man, some of these things just do really take a long time to do. Yeah, I'll probably stream this game a lot, and then I probably stream some Guts and Back Powder sometime. Recently, I'm not on my game. Like, I thought I was gonna make a video on it, but instead, I tried the new map. It was not the iron one. It was the British one, the house one. You have to, like, survive some waves or whatever. I was actually not expecting it to have another map added. That was like a bonus. Like, it would be a bonus, but at the same time, it's like, man, I played it a few times now, and man, you have to have a good team. Even if you have a good team, you still have to, like, put in some work. What I noticed at the at the end of the rounds, you have to have a surgeon. You have to have surgeons and sappers. Like, at the very end, when those guys die or whatever, you know, you're kind of screwed because the zombies just overran that room so fast. Don't get me started on the bombers too. Like, they just ruin any hope of defense. Yeah, I was really enjoying my Far Cry series. It was pretty fun. Too bad it's over, but man, I had a great time making it. Really helped me out with the whole YouTuber thing and talking. I'm not the greatest talker, but I'm trying. I really do plan on, or at least was planning on, I was starting that Minecraft series, but man, it seems nobody likes it. So I kind of figured I might just continue making my world that I have right now, that 1-2 road, which I've been upgrading some stuff, you know. I mean, the video one, you know, like I said, I made a copy of that world and put it into creative. The actual world is, you know, real survival. So it hasn't been like, I don't use cheats or whatever. No cheats for me. I want to be legit, so that's why. Well, I would say my character does have like lore and its own different story. Like right now, this is like the probably like around the start of like the furry, like his prime in the furry kind of way, I guess. My character was actually demon before he became the whole furry thing. Long ago, there was a, you know, I was mentioning there was a. Oh, I don't think I ever did mention, but there was a in my lore there was a planet where demons and angels live. And on that planet was me and other angels and demons. And angels, they can produce a lot of people, but they're kind of like weaker beings. In this world, a timeline or whatever you want to call it, in this story, the demons, well, they're a bit stronger than angels, but they don't. Then it's not a whole lot of them. The reason why everything kind of collapsed in this planet was because of the demons were tested on their newborns, giving them like crazy overpowered powers and stuff. And the way to make a newborn for demons is by you and your partner or whatever have to share some blood around this like circle of like this kind of circle, like one of those demon kind of looking circles to summon a newborn. And you and your partner basically just have the ability to give them stats and skills and stuff. And for the angels, they have to use their tears. And they can also do the same thing, but they don't really make them overpowered. But when the angels did find out about the whole demon overpowered thing, using it for making the newborn stronger, they eventually um, start making them warriors. And then one day they just attack the demons. And the whole planet basically collapsed because everyone was so overpowered. And then years later, demons and angels find different planets to live on and try to go their separate ways, but sometimes angels or demons find each other in different planets and they try to fight each other. I would say the demon population kind of getting a little low, but not as low later into the story. Like extinct kind of low. Eventually, Earth was made, and demons were starting to find out, hey, we found this new location and stuff. And they tried some planets out like Saturn and Mars and all that. Eventually got to Earth. At this point in Earth, like I said, Earth was made. When I said Earth was made, I mean like the Earth was starting to have life and stuff. But probably centuries later, not even centuries, but probably like hundreds and hundreds of years later, humans started to appear and stuff. And eventually the demons was like, hey, let's settle on this planet. So the angels and demons kind of work together and pretty much settled for for 5 years. They had hundred years of just peace and quiet, just them and the humans. I mean, they actually did pretty well with the humans. I mean, sure, some demons, just rude, but mainly a lot of demons did get away with the humans. But like I was mentioning, probably 500 years later, the angels found this planet as well. Reported to their buddies, and yeah. Now we into the medieval era. This Greek and all that. Yeah, that all kind of happened. It kind of all played out. Um, but there wasn't really anything really. I mean, there was small arguments, small stuff here and there with the humans. But the angels, like I said, they discovered the planet, discovered the demons on this planet, but they didn't really want to do anything about it just yet. Anyway, like I said, the medieval era really shined, and they started to use magic and stuff like that. Not too overpowered magic, but these newborns are starting to use it. Like the old demons are teaching the newer demons, hey, how to use their magic. Like this is like a fantasy medieval, pretty much. Yeah. It'd be like wizards and orcs and all that kind of junk. Stuff like that, pretty much. Anyway. And of course, demons and angels, actually. They're now starting to show up and stuff, start making themselves known. The medieval era is kind of weird because everybody was against everybody, pretty much. There'd be angels fighting demons, demons fighting demons, demons fighting humans, and so on for everyone else. Because nobody can just agree on stuff. Territories everywhere, but they're starting to actually have like nations now, start slowly building up. And soon enough, the humans, the angels and demons, they collapsed, and the humans basically took over. And that's the end of the medieval era. Basically, the humans outlawed demons and angels. They just did, pretty much. And so the years happened, and whatever war happens, either until the Napoleon era. Eventually, my character stumbled across France. He'd been traveling the world, and he eventually found France. And he one day read a this letter saying, "Hey, whatever race you are, whatever, I don't care what race you are, just as long as you want to join my army." And so pretty much the rest of the demons, well, a few demons, joined this the Napoleon area. There's also where my character, my OC character, found his lover. Of course, it's a demon, of course, but yeah. But eventually, he had a lover, and they were pretty much with it to the end. Pretty much Napoleon era kind of just taken over. Pretty much the Napoleon era did happen a lot. I mean, we won a lot more battles. And there's been a few times that we lose or whatever. But my regiment is like we around the old god pretty much. Like we elite units, or the best unit, and pretty much we've sided with the old god, or the grumpy old experienced people. Yes. What do we call them nowadays? I'll just call them the old god due to the guts of black powder. Anyway, we're moving on from this now, and you know, eventually we got overran. The Angels actually sided with the British and a few other areas, but mainly the British. And just like real history, we could never take the water. The water is British territory at this point. To get overran, and then Napoleon had his first exile and all that. And so my units and a few of the old guard and whatever unit came with us, and we went on the island. And this is really when me and my lover interest for my OC started to really oh no, it's lagging. Don't you dare tell me. Oh no. Yeah, we're gonna lag out. Oh, we survived. Yay. Okay. Yeah, this is when my love interest started to really like get together and know each other and all that. Eventually they I mean, she had a newborn, but it was still in her. But it was very early stages though. Until Napoleon was like, you know what? Yeah, let's get off this rock. And so we'd get off this rock. And we just pretty much left that area, and then we did Waterloo. And of course we fought off anyone else, you know, and all that. But Waterloo was interesting because, you know, angels, they think they're retired. They can retire and all that. So they did. And some of them don't want to come back from retirement. They like their peaceful life. But only a few angels. Oh, only a few angels did eventually came back and become generals and all that. Yeah, everything was going good until the one angel Prussian unit came and just overran the rest of the army. Are we still lagging? Fun. Anyway, we lost that, but the old guard and my unit kind of like stayed back and fought off a bit of the British, but mainly the Prussians, to buy time for the army to properly retreat. And if we didn't do that, man, we all would have died. Man. God did its last stand, and then my God kind of put up a good fight. And it was just me and my lover interest. And we decided we were on a horse, both on horses, but suddenly one of the angel generals or whatever, there's like 3 angels at this point, and 2 demons, guys. You know, there was me, my love interest, and then there's the Prussian angel, and the 2 other angel British generals or whatever rank they can be. I don't know yet. Eventually, my lover got shot, and it was a fatal shot too. But before she died, she shot and killed the other angel, and I fell to my knees, and cried or whatever. And she died with uh my baby pretty much in this story. And just saying, she was one of those top tier kind of overpowered demons too. So our newborn would basically be very overpowered. Yeah, she died right there, and her last words, I haven't wrote them down yet, but she can say something in my. She whispers something in my ear. Let's just say, for right now, and that snapped me out of it, and me and the angel, we duked it out pretty much. We both lost someone, and well, I lost lover. The angel guy just lost like a top general that they basically like a best friend, pretty much. And we now duking it out or whatever. And we duked it out a lot, and then we just did our very best to fight each other, but we both very tired and very just want to give up, but both of us just fought on to the last. Pretty much. Angel did lose, but again, I am surrounded by a bunch of British and all that too at the same time. And I did win, barely. Yeah, he eventually loses. I'm so wounded and tired, but the angel pulled out this mysterious like object of basically, hey, if I'm dying, you're gonna be cursed pretty much. And he cursed me by um um turned me into some kind of like orb, or it's like it had to be like an orb. It could be a different like thing, but temporarily it's gonna be an orb that gives you energy. It has like that black and white, has a black for the main color and white at the ends, on my little horns there. Anyway, it's like that kind of orb, and this orb can like power, or 10 times power objects or whatever by a lot. Anyway, um, anyway, eventually I went into a coma, and wars were happening like World War One and Two, and the Germans they the one that really well before any of that, the British kind of took this orb, and eventually the Germans taking it, they somehow taken it, and they now have this orb, and they did some research on it. Not too entirely research, because back in the day they don't have that top tier stuff, but they researched it a lot, and they use it for their military stuff. Well, actually, not even military stuff until like World War II, but yeah, still in the coma, and uh, yeah, they lost. The Germans lost again, and then the the France took the orb or whatever, until the Germans decided, hey, let's go take it back, and so they took it back in the Second War. And yeah, that I hope you know the like I was mentioning, the demons, they pretty much extinct, and the angel, I mean, they kind of faded away throughout history, pretty much. They don't want to be with the humans anymore. They just want to live peaceful lives because they realize humans are pretty just like evil. Well, not evil, but like, man, they just don't want to be in the wars or whatever. Or any conflicts or politics and pretty much all that. Anyway, yeah, Second War happens. You know, the big bad H guy with a cool looking mustache. He yeah, he was still in power, and he really got into this orb thing, and he had some top tier scientists basically research it or whatever, and keep it like safe, pretty much like and all that. What else? Yeah, history kind of just really repeated itself. Really, I mean, uh, the Russians did. The Soviet actually took back the. Well, I didn't take anything back. They just defeated the Nazis pretty much, and the Germans. It's not every Nazi was a German, you know. What else? Yeah, the Russians now have this orb, and they they see what this orb was and all that, and did their own research. And eventually, we get into the test in the lab in the new era, the actual era that I can actually do stuff in. That starts to get interested now. So, so the Russians, Soviets, they did so much testing, and at this point, they're starting to have like mutant creatures everywhere around the world, and they did testing on the orb, see what they can do. Eventually, get to this one test that actually did something, and they would, at the time, they were for other mutants they were testing animals on. They were going okay, and so they want to test it on this orb and see if it does anything. Well, it did something, and it kind of made the room so bright. They were like, "Oh, what have we done?" And then everything went back to the way it was. Okay. And then they were like, "Yeah, this is weird." And then they never really tested anything on the orb again. By the way, all this time, yeah, I was a demon, but they tested it on a Arctic fox, as you can tell, and they tested that Arctic fox on me, and on my character here, and I'd say about probably a bit years, like probably 20 years later, the whole facility got pretty much, you know, overran by a mutant uprising, demi-humans, and all that junk, test subjects and all that, you know. Shady stuff going on, pretty much. What's going on? Anyway, um, you know, the mutants doing their thing, escaping. The scientists try to escape too. Just everyone trying to escape before the warheads go off. And so it was like a ticking time bomb. This is where we met for this part of the story, this is where our hero, quote unquote, kind of shines. This guy was, I forgot his name, but I think it was started like a J or whatever. I know his last name was Myers. Not, yeah, not what you think. Not not the Halloween one. It wasn't based on it. I actually did a name generator thing, and that's what I got. So that's not what I based it off of. But yes, I do know the movie. Anyway, moving back to the story. Miles, he was a like top captain uh security guard there, and he escorted a scientist, evil scientist, thinking, hey, if I hit this guy, you know, I'm gonna escape too. Where at the very end, he got shot by the evil scientist guy, and he did not. He got shot and now locked back into the facility, and just trying to find a way out, a different way out. But suddenly he found my cell, and I'm now like this, like, I'm like a small fox person that's like black, and it has like that white outline, pretty much, kind of like bendy, kind of. I wouldn't say bendy per se, but like that black kind of vibe. Anyway, I was like in a test tube because I can't escape, but and I can't talk yet either. In fact, I can't do a whole lot. And I had other people who can do my bidding. Like I found a way to like infect them to do my bidding. I don't have much because I don't know what I am capable of doing, but I did a lot of testing of my own to see if I can do stuff, and I can. Eventually, I found someone who can talk, and I basically talked to the guy. Hey, if you free me, I can help you survive the warhead. You know. Eventually, he freed me, and we came to agreement. This part of the story kind of gets a little I'm not really too sure, but I'm trying to make it work. Like, I know some of it, but I'm still adding on and trying to see if it might go well together. Anyway, yeah, the guy survived a warhead. And basically, I made it out. I'm now like a tinier version of me, with my character here, with just the socks, because that's like the only thing that could fit my feet, I guess, because my feet were like really cold or whatever. Like they were just freezing. Like I said, they did some freaky stuff, dude. To my guy. And yeah, I got the socks, and I had like the little horns. But my horns didn't really like grown in yet to like this stage right here. But long story short, the guy basically taught me everything, and taught me all about the world and all that. And this, like I said, this part not really too sure, but I do believe that my character somehow managed to have its own hotel, a dot theme hotel, and just some kind of billionaire or whatever. He did a bit of partying and all that or whatever, but he didn't party too long due to the zombie apocalypse. Yeah, the zombie apocalypse really messed everything up for him. But he was reading history, and he was very fascinated of the. We're moving on to the zombie apocalypse now, and he got very into the World War I German flamethrower guys, and he wanted to dress that up as a as his loadout for the zombie apocalypse, pretty much. And yeah, he was pretty much a flamethrower guy until until the zombies were basically all gone. Pretty much. Pretty much. The humans don't really want him. Like, they know that he's powerful and all that now. He's starting to get recognized pretty much right now, due to his abilities and what he can do in war. And so the humans were like, "Hey, let's get rid of this guy." And they try to do that, pretty much. Like, there was like 20 different groups that try to get rid of this guy, own different plans and stuff. Hey, that's the SCP machine. I never noticed that in this. Like, I know that the mystery box is that SCP machine, but I never noticed that. Anyway. Anyway, my character moved on, and he didn't really like humans as much. But now it's a new era. A new era to do whatever. And this it's starting to get really like unfinished right now. Like, I'm trying to think of ways to continue my story, but at the same time also combined it with my original ideas, rebuilding and stuff. And there's now demi-humans, like I said, the mutants. They found peace, and they were like, hey, let's build our own civilization. You know, there's evil ones and there's friendly ones, but mainly friendly ones. Moving on, they started their own civilization, and humans kind of accepted them, and yeah. And my character kind of went into hiding. Like, he just wears like a cape, you know, one of those like capes with the hoods, and he pretty much just hides everywhere. Until one day someone found him, and he was like, wait, are you that one guy? And that did not went out good for him. He's like wanted or whatever for no reason. Because he's too powerful, that's why nobody wants him around. He had enough and decided, hey, let's make an era of my own. And so he became, he basically got an upgrade where he put on some of, he's more, see right now, you see I'm more fox or whatever, but he became more powerful, and so he became like more demon. But he still got like fur, a smaller fur, nose and all that. But he's more demon now. And so he made a his own little army or whatever. It's like a hive. Picture of it like a hive, you know, the queen or whatever. But instead of a queen is a guy or whatever. I don't know. But that's pretty much what it is. It's weird, but yeah, that's what it is. Uh, yeah, I'm not too sure what I'm gonna put for like his minions yet, but there would be a lot of whatever. It could be just furry demons, pretty much. That takes over. Also forgot to add that during the time of my guy, um, I'd say around the time where he escaped the lab and all that, uh, he he can go through timelines and all that. He only did it once, and he basically cut off every single version of him, except for the one he has right. That is himself. Yeah. There's this one timeline that he kept alone, and keep that timeline very safe. But again, he did eventually move on from that. And eventually that would come up with him. He has to face it one time. This part of the story, I'm thinking of like the end for my character, you know? Like whether he has a happy ending, whether he has a sacrifice. I'm not too sure yet. I'm mainly focused on like a sacrifice. But again, could be something else. Anyway, that timeline was mentioning, he there was a timeline without, basically he died and the woman, my lover or whatever, survived and had my newborn, and he became a overpowered guy as well. And this part I'm thinking that he might come somehow to the present and stop me somehow. But I don't know how you stop a powerful being. That's something I'm just trying to figure out. I could do something cheesy where he stops you by, oh, emotional damage or whatever. Emotional damage. Yeah. And we peacefully worked it out or whatever. And we could live, I could stop this like madness and live a different world where I have my territory, and then there's the demi-humans, and then there's the humans, and there's just other factions or whatever. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of at the end. Sacrifice thing, I'm not too sure. Like, there could be like a new being that takes over, and we have to stop it. And the only way to stop it is to give away my power of some kind. But even if my character, I want him to be like the most overpowered character ever, and I do mean ever. His name is powerful for a reason. He can just touch sand and make it into glass. Like, he has so many abilities, so many skills. Like, man, it's one of those guys you just like like really fantasize over Chuck Norris, you know, all of those crazy stories that's made him so overpowered and funny. That's pretty much what's going on here, but a bit more. I'm not copying off Chuck Norris, no, but I would say stuff like him, I guess. Weaknesses for my character, I'm not too sure yet that either. If anything, probably so far the only thing I can come across is I have to give up something if I want to make someone happy, or rather emotional damage to my character. Emotional damage. Yeah. Other than that, I don't know what else to really think of a weakness for my character. Like I said, this guy is supposed to be an overpowered guy. I mean, one of the weaknesses is definitely being lonely. He can't really fit in anywhere. I mean, it doesn't really affect him, but it affects him. Oh yeah, eventually that one guy, God dies, and um, he had to, he kind of got emotional of that, I guess. Because he was like, that's just like his only friend at the time. But other than that, that's kind of it, really. For my character wise, like I said, I'm still kind of working on the end, but I've been really adding stuff to my lore and all that. I'm still working on it, like I was mentioning. I might change a bit of it, but it's going. Hmm. Oh yeah, another fun fact about my character is my clothes that I wear is very like they're made from a special material that's pretty much just a bunch of proofs. You know, like fireproof, bulletproof, just everything, bombproof. Even godlike beings can't really damage my clothes. Pretty much, they can scratch it and all that. Some can, but mainly these clothes are very invincible and very expensive. It takes 1,000 years to make one piece of clothing. One piece of clothing. I don't know. It could be. I could do something like. It could be like, for example, like I go to like the gods. There's like different gods or whatever, and I can like use their hair to make clothes because the hair is special, you know, and godlike. I don't know. Other than that, my character is still being worked on and all that. I will show off some of my characters some other time. If you have any questions about my character or any games I should play, let me know. I definitely look into it. Definitely would look into it. Um, like I said, I'm still working on the future stuff. Like I'm still trying to catch up with the new stuff because I've been working on after the lab area. I've kind of been working on like what to do. Like I don't know what. I kind of got stuck for the longest time of what I should do. And yeah. And I just kind of figured it out, so I kind of add in stuff to it. Yeah. Let's see. What's another fact? My tail. Yeah, that has like a soul. It's like alive, pretty much. It's one of the things that helps me in combat, pretty much. It'll get me around very fast. What else? I could use blood magic. I can use a lot of magic actually, but blood magic's pretty deadly for me. Like I'm so powerful that I can take all your blood out of your body and just split it off, drain you completely. And I can use that blood to kill someone else if I want to. Or a whole army. Like I said, my guy is powerful, powerful. That God, it really does look chubby. But yeah, that's kind of it for my character at the moment. And lore, um, still figuring out some details and stuff like that, but I'll keep you updated if I continue or whatever. But yeah, that'd be it for me, I guess. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And maybe these zombies can, know what? Just do one of those things where it's like, if you don't like, these zombies will come and find you or whatever. Yeah, they're gonna come find you if you don't subscribe to my channel. They're gonna break down your door using a shoe. I'm not one of those guys, but man, that would be funny though. Like, they'd be so strong to like open your door with a shoe. You know, all you have to do is just subscribe to my channel to fix all that. I don't know. Anyway, that'd be it for me. Bye bye.